Deb Burns. I'm the camp director for the Babes with Bullets training camps.
And I'm Kay Mitchell, the head instructor for Babes with Bullets camps.
Kay, one of the most often asked questions is what type of a gun we should get for concealed carry.
All right, good question. But before we talk about concealment, specifically guns for concealment and carry, we need to show the difference between the two types of handguns, which are revolvers and semi-automatics. The primary distinguishing feature of a revolver is a cylinder. This particular revolver also has an exposed hammer. You can shoot it double action or single action. This is single action. This is double action. A gun more in line with concealment and carry would be this little model that you see is hammerless, and it is double action only. The semi-automatics, the primary distinguishing feature, is either a bolt or a slide that goes back and forth as you're firing the gun. You also use it to load and unload the firearm. Again, a firearm more in line with the carry gun is the smaller version. Another feature of the semi-automatic is the fact that it is magazine fed. Now, both of these firearms have advantages and disadvantages. The advantage of the revolver is that it's kind of a no-brainer, especially this one. It's a hammerless version. It's a point and shoot proposition. The disadvantage, it's a relatively hard, long double action pull. Some people find it hard to master that trigger pull and shoot this firearm accurately. The advantage of the semi-automatic is, again, it's magazine fed, can hold a lot of rounds. The disadvantage, they're usually a little more complicated. The function, you have to study a little more, have a lot of different features on the semi-automatics from one gun to the next, so you really have to be up, read the manual or talk with someone that's knowledgeable and make sure you understand all the features of the semi-automatic.
And I know that you've carried all sorts of guns, but tell me the difference then as far as in my purse or on my body. Give me an idea.
Well, again, one of the advantages of the semi-automatic also is that it's usually a slimmer line than the revolver, just because of the cylinder. The
right.
fact that revolver has a cylinder, it very much limits how narrow it's going to be.
Right.
So depending on what you're carrying, if it's close up to the body, of course, this is just not going to stick out as much. Now, in your purse,
well, and
it's not going to matter.
You are right, because I do put this like in an evening purse or some other things, and even different types of holsters just seem to fit the slim line. But I know you have a lot of faith in the revolver too.
Well, again, the revolver is extremely reliable. I have a few less rounds, but by golly, when I pull the trigger, it goes bang, and if it doesn't go to bang, I pull the trigger again. Whereas a semi-automatic, if it doesn't go bang, I'm going to have to go through a clearance drill. I would say that I believe with the semi-automatic, you're going to have to do a little more training with it.
You've given us a brief overview of the revolvers versus the semi-automatics as a firearm for carry. What should be the next thing somebody does once they purchase their gun?
Training, absolutely. Find a qualified instructor. Go learn the basic safety rules associated with firearms. Learn your basics of grip, stats, sight picture, trigger control. If nothing else, training from a qualified instructor will shorten your learning curve, and it will prevent you from picking up some really bad habits on your own and then just have to go back and unlearn them later.
Once somebody gets some training, what should be their next step? I mean, to stay proficient.
Well, practice, of course. And I also recommend, especially if at some point you're going to consider using this firearm for self-defense purposes, practical pistol training, as opposed to just standstill, static shooting, static target, static shooter. Practical pistol has a lot of movement involved. You will learn how to move with that loaded gun safely. You will learn how to shoot moving targets. You will learn to shoot while you are moving, which are all skills that may apply to a self-defense situation.
If you would like to learn more about what Kay's been discussing today, please visit us at our babeswithbullets.com website, or look for the training webisodes that Kay and I have done with our campers at outdoorchannel.com/babeswithbullets.